How do you know it's junk? That's a great question, and we're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by housecleaning360.com, and that is a 360 view of the perfect home. So if you're cleaning this spring or this summer, you're cleaning your home or your attic or your closets, and you need a professional organizer, you can find one on housecleaning360.com. And if you are a professional organizer and you have not listed your business, run over there and list your business so that people can find you. housecleaning360.com. All right, on to today's show, which is from a homeowner who is doing just that. She's going through spring cleaning. She's gutting everything out of her house. She's decluttering everything, and she wants to know what is considered junk. Oh, I love this question. All right, so junk is stuff that you no longer need, want, or use. For example, let's say that you're cleaning out your garage and you find a baby stroller. And the baby stroller is nice, it's in good working condition, but your children are 10 years old. Okay, they're never going to use that baby stroller again. The use and the life of that baby stroller is not going to work for you anymore. It's junk, okay? So junk for you. Now, if you want to get rid of that and you want to give it to someone else, you can put it out at the end of your driveway and make it a little post, take a picture of it, make a little post and put it on nextdoor.com. And say, hey, any of my neighbors, if you want this free stroller, it's at the end of my driveway, just come pick it up. I do this all the time. I just give stuff away. I put it out at the end of my driveway. I take a picture of it. I post it on Nextdoor. I peek out my window and it's gone, just like magic. Woo! I didn't even have to leave my house. It's so awesome. All right, the next thing is, if you have stuff that you're getting rid of, like I say, you can put it at the end of your driveway, or you can donate it to, say, for example, a thrift store. So if there are things in your life that you are done with, like videotapes. Do you have videotapes? Okay, you're done with them. That is junk. They're not even making video machines anymore. And if you have CDs and DVDs, they are on their way out. Transfer everything over to a hard drive or to the cloud or wherever, and then just stream it. We're done storing all that stuff. So that's junk. Now, I helped a woman clean out her house, and we went through and we found 100 belts. Over 100 belts, a belt that you hold up your pants with. And I asked her, well, how many belts do you use? And they were cute. They were cute belts. But she said, I use exactly one. Okay, so why do you have all these other belts? There's this really nice collection of belts. And she said, I haven't worn another belt in, say, 10 years. 10 years. All right, that is junk. Okay, if you're not using it, that is junk. All right, so get rid of it and move it on its way. Now, candle holders. Candles come in these fancy little containers, and they have a little decorative top that come on them. And when the candle burns down to almost nothing, people will save those little jars with the intention of scooping out the rest of the wax. They're going to wash them and polish them up, and then they're going to use them for hairpins or cotton balls or Q-tips or candy or whatever. The problem is this. Most people never get around to doing that final step. And so while they have this decorative little jar, in most people's houses, it still has that much wax at the bottom. So that is junk. The next candle you get, you can save that jar. Get rid of these jars because that is junk. Now, when you go to a trade show, people will give you things. They're called ad specialties. And I'm not a fan of ad specialties because most of the time it's ego junk. It's ego junk, meaning it's stuff that you're never going to use. Maybe you'll use it, but it's unlikely. And it has somebody's company name on it. So one day I opened the cupboards in my house and we have, I'm not kidding, dozens of mugs that have the names of banks and car dealers on them and dent, ding, and repair shops. And my husband is in the car business. And so people will come to visit him and they bring him a mug. And then out of politeness and courtesy, he brings this nice fancy mug home. Well, my husband and I don't drink coffee. And so guess how much we use those mugs? Like, let me check. Oh yeah, not at all. Not at all. I don't think we've ever used one of those mugs. I used one of them one time as a pencil holder and I put some pencils and ink pens in it. but I don't need dozens, right? So if you have excess stuff like that that you're not using, it's junk to you. All right, another thing is Christmas lights. Do you have some Christmas lights in your house that, let's say that you have one or two bulbs that are broken? And the whole string is perfectly fine, except the one or two bulbs. And so every Christmas you say, oh yes, I'm going to go through that string of lights and I'm going to find the busted one and I'm going to replace it. And then the whole string will work just fine again. But you've been storing these Christmas lights for 6, 8, 10 years and you've never fixed the broken light. Well, the reality is when it comes Christmas and they have the Christmas sales and all the new lights come on sale, chances are you're going to buy a brand new string of lights and you're never going to get around to this old broken string. That is junk. Get rid of it. All right, another thing that we have to think about are appliances. There are small appliances, and I'm thinking like little panini makers and toasters and waffle irons and stuff like that that you don't use. If you use it once or twice a year, you probably don't need it, okay? It's probably just taking up space in your house. I know that when we moved from one house to the next, in the move, I had this waffle iron and the handle broke off. And then I saved it because it was an expensive waffle iron. But the problem is I don't even make waffles. I haven't made waffles in 8 or 10 years, right? But here I was hanging on to this waffle maker because, well, if you plugged it in, it still worked. It just had a broken handle. Junk, all right? That's junk. Get rid of it because if you haven't used it in 8 or 10 years, when you want a waffle, you can go to the store and buy an already made waffle, or you can go down to the Waffle House. If you don't make waffles at home and that's not part of your life, don't keep the waffle maker, okay? It's junk. Let's talk about clothes for a second. If I go into your closet right now, am I going to find some clothes that one day your skinny self is going to get back into? Because if you have clothes in your closet right now that you're going to shrink back into, it's junk. The reality is, if you lose the weight and if you look spectacular, you're not going to go back to 5 or 6-year-old jeans and go parading around in those, okay? Not going to happen. I hope that's not going to happen, okay? So get rid of all of yesterday's, last year, 5 years ago model of clothes. Get rid of all that stuff because if it doesn't fit you now, it's junk. Don't have stuff you're going to grow into and stuff you're going to shrink into. That's junk. What fits you right now, that's what's in front of you. That's it. All right. Another thing that we have to talk about is stuff that's broken. Like for example, let's say that you have broken luggage. And so the latches that hold the luggage together are busted. And one day you're going to fix it because luggage is expensive, right? You're going to go down to the hardware store and you're going to buy some latches. And I don't know how you're going to do it. Drill holes in the side and put new latches on or whatever. You're not going to do that. You've never done that. You're not going to do it now. I do not see you waking up at 5 o'clock on a Saturday morning going, today's the day. I'm going to fix the broken luggage. Not going to happen. Now, if it's broken, and here's the rule about broken stuff. If it's broken and needs to be repaired, if you have not already repaired it, you probably are not going to ever repair it. So get rid of it. And I don't mean put it out in your driveway and give it away. And I don't mean take it to the thrift store. The stuff goes in the trash bin. It is garbage. It is busted. You cannot use it. No one else can use it until it's fixed. Toss it and get rid of it. That's junk. Here's the rule for junk, because I could walk through every room of your house and we would find some junk. In fact, let me show you mine. Do you know what this is? This is a zip drive. This happened like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. And it holds a little disk, slides in here. It holds 100 megabytes of information. Woo! I know that was the big Mac Daddy at the time and I was so cool because I had a zip drive. Okay, I don't even have a computer anymore that has a SCSI connector. Like, this is so archaic. And this was it. I mean, this was small. This is an external hard drive and it is small. 100 megabytes. This is my new hard drive, 4 terabytes. I picked the smaller one. It's so much more convenient. All right, junk. Okay, if you have stuff like this in your house, it's junk. If you have cords and electronics, if you have yesterday's phone charger from 3, 4, 5 years ago, the phone is gone, but you still have the charger, sell it on eBay or get rid of it because you're never going backwards in time to buy an old version of a phone that you've already upgraded from. And so get rid of it. You have cords that don't plug into anything anymore. Get rid of them because that's all junk. I have a great big box of cables and people come to me and they say, hey, I'm looking for a cable from such and such. And I'm like, wait, I probably have one. And so I am the go-to person for cords and electronics. Now, there's probably somebody you know. And if you have friends, you may have one friend that stores that box of cords and cables. And all of you donate all your cords and cables and then all of you get rid of them. So that there's only one hub that you go to for cords and electronic cables from past stuff. But there's no need for everybody to be storing it because it's garbage. So here's the rule. When you're going through your closets and your cupboards and all the stuff that you have, and you're getting rid of old pots and pans and old dishes and stuff that you haven't used in years, the question is this: if I never saw this again, would I miss it? And if the answer is no, then you don't need it now. It's junk. If I never saw this again, the answer is it's junk. Alrighty, that's my 2 cents for today. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.